This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, emergency responders in Tamaqua saved a family in our area. Find out what they did next. Hi everyone, this is FYI and I'm Ken Karen. I thank you for watching. We start our show with headlines from FYI and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. Hazleton Mayor Joe Yannuzzi proposed his 2016 budget yesterday. He was joined by City Administrator Tom Pribola. It calls for a 14% tax hike in real estate taxes, a 0.25% increase in the earned income tax, or EIT, from 1.35% to 1.6%. The mayor says the increases in earned income tax would provide the revenue needed to hire 10 more police officers. The mayor's plan would also allow for the refinancing of a current loan. The added money would then be used to make payments on the money the city owes over the Hazleton Illegal Immigration Relief Act, which was challenged and lost in court.
The immigration lawsuit, we had offered to hopefully get a settlement of $140,000 for 10 years plus interest. So we put $140,000 in the budget. Now, we've been negotiating refinancing of a $5,600,000 loan we took out in 2011. We have changed our finances around so that we are doing much better and that banks are interested in lending us money. We have a bank that wants to lend us the money, and we want to extend that 5.6, which we've paid down for the last 5 years, and now we want to extend it out again with an increase to cover the immigration lawsuit, so that when the whole deal is completed, the payments we're making will not increase, meaning there won't be an increase to pay the immigration lawsuit. So we're hoping that happens. If that happens, then we go back to the budget and remove that $140,000 out, and then we reduce the increase on taxes, which was 0.63, we implement 0.49, which is a lower tax increase. And that would be just to cover the health insurance and the benefits to the wage increases of the union. The other item that I was talking about will be an increase in the EIT. That's the 10 police officers. We're not going to put that on property taxes. We're going to put it on EIT. That's everybody that works in Hazleton will pay a little bit more of the earned income tax, and that would support $900,000 worth of police officers, which should be a total of 10.
The mayor's proposed budget also reinstates the stormwater fee. The proposed budget could change before the year's end or when a new mayor takes over next year. You can read all about Yannuzzi's proposal in an article written by Sam Galsky in today's Standard Speaker. Voters in Luzerne County will have the chance to hear from both candidates running for district attorney. Incumbent district attorney Stephanie Salavantis and Democratic challenger Vito DeLuca will participate in a candidate forum tomorrow evening. The event is being organized by the League of Women Voters of the Wilkes-Barre area. It will be held at Wyoming Seminary in Kingston in the Buckingham Performing Arts Center at 7 p.m. and will last 1 hour. Tomorrow night's forum is open to the public. A Tamaqua family was taken to the hospital after carbon monoxide filled their home yesterday afternoon. These are photos courtesy of TamaquaArea.com. Tamaqua police officer Colin Liebensberger and 2 paramedics from the Tamaqua ambulance rescued 2 unconscious children and 2 disoriented adults from the home on Orwigsburg Street yesterday around 4:20 p.m. A 3rd adult staggered to the door as emergency personnel arrived on scene. The family was taken to St. Luke's Hospital Miners Campus in Coaldale. No word on their condition. Carbon monoxide is a colorless, odorless gas that can be fatal if in high concentrations. The Tamaqua Salvation Army offered assistance to the family if needed. The Hazleton Area School District is launching what it hopes will be a new tradition to recognize those who have fought for our nation's freedom. Lisa Sugart has the details on this special recognition that is open to all veterans in the Hazleton area.
Students at Hazleton Area High School are doing something very special this year, an event they hope to continue for years to come to honor our veterans. Here to tell us all about this special program is Miss Enrica Bellucci. She's a social studies teacher at Hazleton Area High School and one of the ladies helping to organize this really wonderful event. First of all, welcome to our studios, and secondly, this is really a wonderful idea. You are inviting the veterans in for a special event, so tell us all about it.
Well, it happens on November 10th, and it starts at 8 a.m. We are inviting the local veterans to come in. They will be served a hot breakfast by our students, and at 9 a.m. we have a reception. The reception will include our band, the Hazleton Cougar Band, our chorus. I mean, both groups are amazing. We will have guest speakers. The students will be able to mingle with the veterans and talk about their experiences. Our students wrote letters, essays, poems. They created videos. They created artwork, all to honor the veterans.
Now, you're involved in the social studies department, so how important was it for you to get this organized and to help organize it, and what was the reaction of the students?
The students love it because a book can only tell them so much, but to have the experience to talk to a veteran, to get that firsthand experience, that's where they really learn. And the students really wanted to honor them and show them how much they really care and how much the community cares for our veterans.
Now, you're here today because you wanted to invite all the veterans. So if someone watching right now would like to come, or maybe they have a relative who's a veteran that would like to come, what do they have to do?
They could just call the school district. The number is 570-459-3221, extension 8150. 8150, and they could RSVP with Samantha Neiman by November 6th.
Alrighty. So this is wonderful. Give us a little hint about some of the things that the students made for the veterans.
Well, we talked about perseverance personally in my class, what it takes to persevere above obstacles. So the students wrote what veterans would have to do to persevere. So they wrote letters. They wrote essays thanking them. We talked about their experiences, what they learned in class, and how it relates to their life and how they could look up to a veteran as a role model.
And the students will be serving the breakfast. That's really a nice touch.
Yes, and hopefully I could get a hot breakfast too.
All righty. Well, this is wonderful. You hope to make this an annual event?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, again, it's all taking place, the first annual Veterans Day ceremony and reception, Tuesday, November 10th at Hazleton Area High School. Please call Samantha at the number up on your screen to make your reservation today.
Thank you, Lisa. Coming up next on FYI, we'll learn about the hybrid learning program and how it's working in the Hazleton Area School District. And later in sports, Dave and I talk local tennis, field hockey, and we'll preview the big Temple Notre Dame game.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
There's a pilot program going on in a few schools in the Hazleton Area School District called the Hybrid Learning Model. Lisa Sugar talked about the new model with two local teachers using it.
So we begin the process with a diagnostic test. We test the children with this program called iReady. We test them with reading and we test them with math. And this gives us a very detailed report on where the child's strengths are and where their weaknesses are. And from that report, we can formulate a plan how we can group our children according to level. And then we establish our groups. We give them detailed instructions on what is expected of each child in each group, and they become independent thinkers. You watch their thought process. You see so much more when they're all in small groups.
So kind of like stations then that they're going through, Carla.
Right.
So tell us, what are these three small groups and how does that work?
The first group would be the direct instruction, and that's done with the teacher. It's probably a group of around 7 or 8 children, which is better than having a class of 25 children. I have my group homogeneously grouped, which means they're all basically on the same level, which is better for the child. because they get, everything that they need rather than, something they don't. And then they progress from the direct station. They will go to the independent station, which is the computer station. Right now, we're using the program iReady, which, as Lisa said, they take a diagnostic, it puts them on a level, and it takes them from that level, where they should go. We pull reports about every week. Some people, pull them more frequently than that, just to see where they're deficient. And then that's kind of how we base our direct instruction on what the child is deficient in. And then our last group is the collaborative group. That's where the children work together, the same group. They follow each other, and they work together sometimes on a learning game. Sometimes it will be an activity on, something they learned the day prior. It could be review, but the crux of the collaborative group is that they work together. The children have to work together.
Both of you teaching for, having a good background in teaching. How do you think this compares now with what you're doing as compared to what you used to do? Are you seeing a major difference in the students?
Yes, I am. In the smaller group, they're much more, they concentrate more. If you're teaching to a whole group, you kind of teach to the middle rather than teach to the high end or the lower end. And then those two, the children who are in need of more direct instruction and the children who can be taken further are kind of lost. So then you find them fooling around in class and such. With this, you don't, because they're right in front of you for the direct instruction. They're on the computer, they're focused. In the collaborative, they're also focused, working together to come up with solutions. So I see a big benefit.
Okay. And Lisa, for you, are you seeing that it's changing the way your students are learning?
And the way I'm teaching, both ways. It's really beneficial for both of us. I get to see how they're thinking, how they're becoming independent thinkers, how they're being responsible, how they work with each other. You see so much more in that small group, and we're customizing to their needs now. Instead of one size fits all, we're making it all about the student and what's best for them. And in return, it is best for us too, because we get a better reading, and the boys and girls really do enjoy it. They do, because especially the collaborative, that peer interaction, they're having fun, but yet they're learning. So it's a little bit of everything.
All right. Well, thank you for bringing this information on this new program. We invite you to come back after it's all said and done so that you can give us an update on it. And we're pleased to bring this information to you so that you can find out about the new things happening in the Hazleton Area School District.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
Ain't no party like Partiesville. Had many a good time there growing up with my buddy Joseph. Not the best day, though, to be outside playing. Let's see if things will get better. This is our local forecast from the National Weather Service. There's a hazardous weather outlook for northeast Pennsylvania as wind gusts could get up to 50 miles per hour tonight. Now, for our area, rain and a possible thunderstorm, low of 56. Southwest wind 13 to 17 miles per hour, gusts as high as 28 miles per hour. New rainfall amounts between 3/4 and 1 inch possible. In the extended forecast, our 4-day outlook, Thursday scattered showers mainly before 1 p.m. Cloudy, then gradually becoming mostly sunny. We'll get up to 62 degrees. Thursday night, partly cloudy with a low of 40 degrees, wind up to 13 miles per hour. For Friday, mostly sunny with a high near 49 degrees. Friday night, mostly clear. We'll get down to freezing. Saturday, mostly sunny with a high of 50. And then Saturday night, mostly cloudy. Our low will be 42 degrees. On Sunday, there's a 30% chance of showers, but mostly cloudy with a high of 55. And then Sunday night, mostly cloudy. Our low will be 43 degrees. Now we have your lottery numbers here on FYI. Pick 2, 5, 3. Pick 3, 373. Pick 4, 5, 4, 2, 7. And pick 5, 3, 4, 7, 7, 4. Well, Halloween is this Saturday, and that means that ghosts and goblins will be out and about in many communities, going door to door for their favorite Halloween candy. And tonight at the Laurel Mall, it's Malloween at 6 p.m. The parade starts. There's also music and more for the kids. Well, R&D Fisher, he put together this list of local communities and the times for their trick-or-treating.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
Another Dave Day and another first for the Hazelton area Lady Cougar tennis team, as that team and some of the girls on that team, Dave, just continue to write the history books at Hazelton area high school, not even rewrite. A lot of firsts this season. Lily Nowak and Stephanie Mazurek, the #1 and #2 singles players, Dave, they win the first ever gold medal, district gold medal for the Hazelton area high school in tennis, boys or girls. So congratulations to them. Anthony Bellino for you guys, new staff reporter over there, had a ton of coverage on Twitter, followed along right there, has a great article in Tuesday's paper all about the match that they won. Now, David, it seems kind of common sense. You throw your two best players together out there on the tennis court, but there has to be more to it, you know, learning how to click, learning how to play with each other. And Stephanie said, you know, their styles meshed and they come out on top. So I think it shows a lot of maturity for these young ladies to go out there and do this.
And it shows a lot of obvious talent, too. These girls play a lot of tennis individually, too. And when they get together, good things have happened. And it's a big day for Hazelton area high school sports. It's a sport where Hazelton area high school has had some outstanding players over the years, but to get to this level, it's great news all around.
And they continue to play all season long. We'll have both of them on FYI on Thursday, so check out that interview. And like you said, Dave, they are playing all year round, and it's a young Lady Cougar team that went undefeated this season, so a lot to look forward to for Hazelton area. And these girls had to go through the singles tournament. Steph went pretty far. She made it to the semifinals, and then they come in, they had the doubles tournament after a long season as well, so pretty impressive there. Let's talk more Lady Cougar action right now. Lady Cougar field hockey team will play Wyoming Valley West, Dave. It's kind of a rubber match. They split the season series. Big win for Hazelton area early in the year. Wyoming Valley West got them back later, and now in the semifinals in districts, they'll start right there with a chance to go to the championship. This could be another huge step forward for a Hazelton area program.
Yeah, definitely. You see Hazelton area high school has had success in field hockey, but we've talked about this in the past where they have to get over the hurdle, that being a district, getting into the district final and actually winning the district tournament. Mary Kelly does an outstanding job. Her girls do an outstanding job. You pass the stadium starting in the spring, right through the summer and into fall workouts, and throughout the season they work hard trying to get to this point. And one of these years they're going to break through, and hopefully for the Lady Cougar's sake, it's this season.
Dave, before we go to Temple, Notre Dame, let's talk about some local football. Marion Catholic, it's been a crazy year in the Anthracite League. We mentioned it in our Cole Scale rankings that you had North Schuylkill beat Marion, Monoy goes, they beat North Schuylkill, and then all of a sudden Marion this past week come back and they beat Monoy area, making a statement in District 11 single A football, and all of a sudden the Colts are back on track.
Yeah, it depends when you play teams too. I mean, the Colts started out 3-0, and then they ran into the gauntlet, so to speak, in the Anthracite League. And when you play Blue Mountain or Schuylkill Heighton back-to-back, and you have some guys banged up too. Their top running back, KJ Snur, was hurt. Puts all the onus on the quarterback, Ethan Kaczynski, and so that kind of put the skids to what Marion was doing. Now they get back on track with a big win over Monoy area. Monoy area looked to get back on track. So, like I said, topsy-turvy kind of season, and that makes for more excitement.
And all three of those teams have had their injuries to some key players, and they're battling through it there. Finally, Dave, I think it goes T for Temple U or something like that. All my Temple friends, since they beat Penn State, that's what I've been hearing. Huge showdown. ESPN College Game Day going to Philadelphia for Temple Notre Dame Halloween night. It will be on ABC. How do the Owls do this, Dave? I think it's all about their defense and the crowd. I've been to some big Penn State night games where the crowd was a huge factor. You think Ohio State 2005, Michigan 2013, the Ohio State game last year. I think if the Temple fans can bring it, that will definitely help, but I think Temple's D will have to hold. Notre Dame has much more firepower than any team they've seen.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. And Temple's defense is one of the best in the country. You talk about the crowd too. What's going to happen is you're going to have a lot of Notre Dame fans there. So it's up to the Temple fans to make some noise and spur on the cherry and the white, because it's obviously the biggest game in school history. Yeah, they've had some big games against Penn State in the past, but none with the ramifications. Because if you look at it from a national perspective, if Temple can get by Notre Dame, they're sitting pretty right now, jumping up into the rankings and maybe even getting a major bowl game. But again, it will be tough. Notre Dame presents a challenge. Like you said, they're very explosive offensively, but Temple's defense might be the best defense that Notre Dame has faced this year, and Notre Dame's faced some good defenses in Clemson and everything. Temple's very stingy.
Well, Dave, we always appreciate it. As district playoffs really get underway this week, we'll talk more next week about that. Right now, let's talk playoffs on the FYI Standard Speaker scoreboard. The Penn State Hazelton soccer team is moving on to the semifinals of the Penn State University Athletic Conference playoffs. Ben Pasakinis, representing Benton, had a hat trick for the local Lions in this win. PSUH is the number 3 seed in the tournament, and they'll play number 2 seeded Penn State Beaver on Thursday on the road. MMI boys soccer, their season came to a close in the District 2 Single A playoffs with a loss to Wyoming Seminary. My sports time is up. Here comes the Social Report. It's Wednesday, and here's some delicious alliteration. It's signature steak night at Bottlenecks. All of their signature steaks are only $9.95 plus bottomless soup and salad for only $2.95.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. The Rotary Club of Hazelton will be holding its 13th annual poinsettia sale now through Wednesday, November 18th. Orders can be taken from any Rotary Club member or by calling 570-454-8706. Proceeds benefit the Rotary Club Community Service Project. And finally, Circuit for Women will be holding a Trick or Treat fundraiser, and proceeds benefit individuals in need of wigs or scarves due to illness. The drawing date is October 30th. For info, just call 570-453-3180. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Robert L. Kammerzel of Nuremberg. Funeral is Friday at 11 a.m. from the Harmon Funeral Home. Friends may call Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. Howard E. Smith of Drums. Funeral is Saturday at noon from the Harmon Funeral Home. Friends may call Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. Michael B. Urin Sr. of Freeland. Memorial service will be held at a later date. The McHugh Wilczek Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Catherine O. Laporte of Freeland. Mass is Saturday at 10 a.m. in the Immaculate Conception Parish at St. Anne's Church. Friends may call Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. The McHugh Wilczek Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Ralph N. Casadas, formerly of Hazelton. Funeral is Friday at 11 a.m. at the M.J. Colucci and Son Niagara Funeral Chapel. Friends may call Thursday from 2 to 4 and 6 to 9 p.m. And Emil N. Salnicki of Drums. Mass is Thursday at 9:30 a.m. from the Queen of Heaven Parish at Our Lady of Grace Church. There will be no public viewing. The Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Harold Filler of Sugarloaf. Harold, if you're watching, give us a call right now, 570-455-7267, extension 104.
FYI is just about over, but don't worry, if you miss us, we'll miss you too. But you can go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/FYI News 13. That's where we'll post breaking news. Also check out standardspeaker.com. That's it for now. Take it easy, everyone.